change some food.
And those are things that,
That's what we should be doing.
those are things that you can do as a European, and Dean Clifford could do. We can't do that.
Or more.
Because if we say that
I
we're
don't
the
consider
private,
myself European.
but that's what the court does.
Yeah.
That's why they'll give you the, yeah, sure, no problem, just get this guy out of here. If we say that we're the authorized representative of some fiction,
You can't
Everybody's
say authorized. You
Everybody's
say authorized, you're
authorized.
taking the responsibility.
yeah,
yourself.
everybody's authorized. But
Everybody.
again, it comes down to why are these people doing what they do? They're doing what they're doing really because they're usurping our birthright,
Absolutely.
right? They're trying to get the people who look like us, right, to continue to be wards of the state,
Yeah, and how do they get you to do that?
right?
Take the lawyer. Then they think you're mentally incompetent. you know, they-
But see, this is the thing. People like us are mentally incompetent to those people. No, hear what I'm saying. People like us, right, are quote unquote slaves to those people, right? We're not talking about the corporate debauchery. We're talking about from a historical perspective, right? We're slaves to them.
That's why I think
That's all we are. So until we correct our status and stop exercising as a slave, they would, no matter what we say, they would consider us as a slave and treat us accordingly.
You know what you need to say then? And then it doesn't matter what they think, the universe will put it right. I am freedom. I am God's absolute freedom. You declare that freedom every day.
Yeah, but again, it's different jurisdictions.
Doesn't matter what the
Yeah, it does matter. I'm telling you, because I've been
Are you
in there.
familiar with the law of attraction?
I'm familiar with all the universal laws. That's just one law,
We created that.
right?
The law of attraction.
That's just one law,
Is invoked by your word.
right?
If you declare your freedom, you know how many times I've been into court?
But again, you're speaking from
For
the
your
perspective of a
skin, bro.
European.
You're not speaking out of his skin,
Right.
brother. Let me tell you that one more time.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're a European. Yes, you're a child of God. We're all children of God.
I don't look at
What
myself
from?
as a European.
You don't have to look at yourself as that. That's what you are. That's what you are. If we look at it from a historical perspective, right? Forget about the connection to the universe perspective. The fact that we're on the earth plane. Everybody comes from some nationality, right? The nationality that we claim, right, most of the time is some corporate fiction. Negro, black, colored, African, something that has nothing to do with the human family. Has to do with slave tags.
Claim your freedom.
Being that, but freedom is not a nationality. Freedom is a state of being.
Yeah.
Right, but if the people
I
who
would
are
like
in
to hear him
possession
continue. please.
of our
Yeah.
birthright, right, know that we're supposed to be free. But if we, the people who are the actual indigenous people of this land, stand up for our rights, those people have to go back home to Europe. Have to go back home to Europe
Islam.
because this is not their land.
Or apply for
They can't
naturalization
exercise
citizenship,
the,
right?
what they're talking about. They're Canada and they're the government of Canada and they're the MP and they're the minister of whatever. They can't exercise that stuff around here. They're foreigners.
Occupied.
They're not from here. They don't have that authority here. That's what I'm saying. It's a different, yeah, you're right what you're saying. But that's your argument. This is the argument that we were having with Robert Menard. That he's saying, well, we should just get rid of all these constitutions and stuff and start implementing new constitutions. No,
Never.
because we're the ones that created that constitution.
Are
Why
you
am I
me?
going to get over? Why am I going to get rid of the thing that my ancestors created?
I take 30 years to constitution.
That means I'm getting rid of my own stuff.
You're abandoning your.
I'm abandoning my own things. And this is and again too. That's why I'm saying that this is not the way it is. As far as what we're presenting, because like for example with what you're doing with your license, not your license but their license, right? That's not something.
It's got my state name on it.
That's not something that that I've seen anybody exercise. That's something that needs to be tried out amongst the Moors.
I've had it there for like
Right.
5 years.
That's something that needs to be tried out because it's something that's working, and it has nothing to do with national principles. It has to do with processes. It has to do with how are you exercising your rights in a way that those guys are going to recognize what you're doing and just leave you the hell alone when you present whatever documentation or information that you have, your volition, right? When you master fruition and you be what you know, there's different ways of exercising that, right? Our people are trained to think in a passive position, right? Europeans are a younger branch of the human family, which means that they don't have as much encumbrance to go through. They don't have as much violations in their genealogy that they have to get through. Like we have millions of years of violations to get through, and Europeans have some thousands of years to get through. That's why you're gonna talk to Dean Clifford and you're gonna go to a Dean Clifford lecture and there's gonna be 500 people there. And majority of them are gonna be Europeans. When we go online and you look up all this information, you're gonna see majority of Europeans taking a stand for rights. And when you ask black people about rights, they say, oh, we have a black president, so we don't have to worry about rights because the black president's gonna take care of us. Right? Because it's perspective, right? And again, it's not taking anything out of what you're presenting. What you're presenting might work for some people that look like us, right? It might work. I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying that exactly, right? It'll work if they understand. Our people are.
What you're saying is process.
Process.
We have to understand how to apply the process.
What is different though?
Well,
It's different. Not every process.
They don't even see you if you're applying the right process because these things go into them before they challenge you. They don't know who you are, so you don't even get there.
They know who we are. That's the problem with
Okay.
our people. With our people, they know who we are. They know that we're Moors. They know that we're the indigenous people of this land. They know that we've been in this land for thousands of years. They know that. It's not something that we even have to prove to them. The problem is that we don't have any allegiance to our prophet. We don't have any allegiance to divine law. We think Jesus is a European, right? When Jesus was a brother with dreadlocks just like this, right? We think the Constitution came from some Europeans in England. We think the common law comes from some Europeans in England. We don't know that the Constitution comes from the Iroquois Confederation. We don't know that the Iroquois looks like us. We don't know that the Algonquins look like us. We don't know that the Cherokee, Blackfoot, Lenni Lenape, whatever Indian tribe looks like us. We think that those are some Indians that we see on the reserve. But the people who are in possession of our birthright, they know that we're the actual inheritors of this land. And they know that once we wake up, then all these other people are going to wake up because we're the founders of civilization. And once the founders of civilization step up, then everybody else is going to have to step up automatically because we're the founders. Ask anybody around here. What's that pyramid on the dollar bill mean? Oh yeah, that's some Illuminati thing. What are you talking about? Illuminati has nothing to do with building pyramids. And I've never seen anybody in the Illuminati stand behind that symbol. They always stand behind the eagle. So if these guys are always standing behind the eagle, that means that the pyramid seal is silent.
Yeah.
Why is the pyramid seal silent? Because the pyramid seal represents Negro black colored people. Now they don't want to represent that because they think that belongs to Illuminati, which belongs to Europeans. And we just abandoned our birthright. We just abandoned our government that set up this whole thing. And it's 2011, and the pyramid seal is still on the dollar bill. They can't even move it. They could get rid of the $2 bill, $5 bill. They could implement all these other things, but they can't do nothing to that dollar bill. Why? Because the pyramid seal's on there, and the pyramid seal represents us. But if we don't know that, because of our ignorance, our black-hearted hypocrisy, our emotionalisms, then we throw that out with everything else, and then we complain about racism. When there's only one race on the planet, the human race, divided into nationalities. And if you don't have a nationality, like the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, proclaim your nationality as a Moor. Because Moors are indigenous to the land, and once the Moors proclaim their nationality and be who they are, then this European has to go back home. Has to. It's inevitable that he has to go back home, because then he won't have any jurisdiction on anybody around here. One in the back and then
Yes, with all these subliminal diversions, how do we get back into character of picking up our ancestry from Moors? Well, how do you feel we should go about this?
Claim your nationality.
First thing is not looking at Moors from a third party perspective. Like how we say, the Moors, the Moors went to Spain. No, we went to Spain. Because we're those guys.
There were governors there that run the country.
Right.
The only situation now is to create more black schools then, to get this information out.
Black.
True in concept, true in intention, but the purpose of when Drew Ali came to teach the people that they are not Negro, blacks, and color. And that's how we slipped into the jurisdiction of being slaves. Not that your intention is not right. We do need to build more, but Moors.
Yeah, yes.
That's where we gotta go with this.
Or indigenous.
And
More
more
indigenous
also.
schools, right.
Right.
Oh,
Black
yeah.
school is because look at what
Afrocentric.
look at what's going on right now. You know, they said, okay, well, we're gonna give you guys a quote unquote black school, right?
Afrocentric.
So, well, we give you an Afrocentric school, right? You got the Afrocentric school,
Share.
but now all the privatized black schools are now out of business. Because everybody who used to take their children to the privatized black school said, well, if the school board's gonna offer free Afrocentric school, then why am I gonna pay $500, $600 a month to support my own stuff when I could just go to slave master school for free?
And are the teachers?
Which was the whole purpose of even them implementing that, was to shut down the actual organic schools that were actually doing what was supposed to be done. Yeah, it was $600. It's, you know, our people, you know, finances and whatever, right? But if we had 500 students, it wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be $600. It would be free. But we don't have 500 students. We have 5 parents bringing their children to this school.
I know it's hard. But through that channel, can we still get the information out where it can educate our young
Well,
ones?
I personally know the principal, and she got my card, and I ain't got no calls yet to come teach nothing there. So
And
I don't know. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
that it's her.
Push it.
You keep pushing
Right.
every day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's her, because she's on the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not like she doesn't know. She, you know.
Yeah, to really touch on what this brother was saying, remember, education is our inheritance. Educational institutions are what do you think pyramids are? We had schools, we had universities, all of that stuff. Education in a structural form, yeah, we do need that, but we have that. We have this. This is basically a more school. So what we have to do is strengthen what's already been established. The platform's been set. This has been going on for almost 100 years.
How do we
You
go
see what I'm
about
saying?
doing this?
So if you have any brethren who are interested in this type of knowledge, or that you think that should receive this type of knowledge, you bring them in. So right now we have maybe 30 people. Next week we could have 50 people. We don't have to worry about using their venues to promote our things. It's a conflict of interest.
How can we
You know
get
what I mean?
to them
It's a
without?
conflict of interest.